What is going on, everyone? The Flyers get a big-time W. Now, listen, after 8 straight losses, okay, you just need to get a win. You need to get a win. It's big. The team feels happy again. You see Gossesbear go up to Carter Hart after the game and shake his face. It kind of looked like the Happy Gilmore scene when it says, cherish it. That's what it looked like. And the Flyers, they win 2-1. Carter Hart saved 37 of 38 shots. He looked poised. He looked smooth. He looked comfortable. He was making big-time saves. And this is against a Dallas team that they're not a joke, okay? Regardless of the CEO coming out and ripping Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin, they're in the playoffs in the Western Conference in their division. They're a good hockey team. And the Flyers took care of business, and Carter Hart was the stud tonight. He realistically should have had a shutout. It's such a shame that the Dallas Stars find a way to score late. Carter Hart got screened a little bit. There was a shot in the slot. It's a shame. He really did deserve the shutout, and I was praying for it to happen, but they do find a way to squeak it in. The one thing that's huge, since the Flyers were up 2-1, and with a couple minutes left, they allow a goal, we've seen this team collapse and just find ways to lose games down the stretch, especially when a team starts coming in late and scoring goals. But this team held on, and I'm not screaming here sitting they won the Stanley Cup, okay? But like I said, you lose 8 games, you got to hold on to something positive, and the positive out of this is Carter Hart played phenomenal. We didn't collapse once we gave up 1 goal late in this game when we were up 2-0. Okay, that's big. And JVR got going. He had a goal, and he had a beautiful assist. Went behind the back, no look, and found a way to dish it over to Travis Konechny. But JVR has been struggling to find his role. We paid him $7 million to come here, score goals. He's the type of player where his points, that's his production. That's what he does. When you look at his points, that's his play. Some guys can get away with that, third, fourth liners, even some second liners. The style of play doesn't necessarily always show up on the score sheet. JVR is the type of player that shows up on the score sheet. He's clearly not producing enough. He's struggling to find his role here on this hockey team. And obviously it goes hand in hand with the team just not playing well at all, but he gets 2 points tonight, and that's huge. We need to get him to get into this rhythm and find some way to continue this. And I mentioned Travis Konechny. It was a nice goal. I mean, he found himself right above the blue paint. He got a nice redirection on it. It wasn't an easy redirection, and he found a way. You could see his excitement on the face of him after his goal and his celebration. This team just needed something to hold on to, something to feel good about. It was that bad. It was that low of a time during that 8-game stretch to get a win at home, and a nice win. I mean, listen, I thought that even though the shots were obnoxiously different and Carter Hart had 37 saves, I thought the Flyers put together a nice win. In the third period, they were making chances left and right, odd man rushes, 3-on-1, 2-on-1. They were all over the place, but they couldn't find a way to score and put the biscuit in the basket. And that was concerning me, especially once the Dallas Stars pushed back and made it 2-1. I'm thinking, I'm replaying all those opportunities and all those chances for the Flyers in my head, but luckily it did not come back to bite us. Hudobin. I mean, he was a beast. He was a stud for the Stars. He really held them in there, and you could see him on the bench once he was pulled. He was jumping up and down thinking that the Stars were going to score, but Carter Hart and the Flyers held on, and I really am proud of them for doing it. It is what it is, all right? Now we move on to the Devils, and the Devils are not a good team right now. So can we take some momentum and maybe get a 2-game win streak? New Jersey is not a good hockey team right now, so we need to find a way to package this up, right? And try and see. It's 1 game at a time. 1 game at a time. I'm not getting overhyped here for 1 hockey game, but you can build off this because I saw things that were very positive. It starts with the kid between the pipes. He was just making saves all over the place. Beautiful post-to-post work on 1 wraparound save. He had nice saves in the high slot, but he was just, the way I saw his angles and he pushed out and he just shut down the door against a good Dallas team. I'm very proud of the way the 20-year-old played today. It's funny, in his interviews after the game, he seems like just your typical hockey player and just no, I hate to say it, I mean, he's 20 years old, but no not energy, but the personality is very dull, it seems. Oh, we got to get back to the next one. It feels good to get on the win column. Like, give me something. 20 years old, you get a nice win in the NHL. Give me something, will ya? But hey, all you got to do is stop the biscuit. I'm not chirping him. If he stops the biscuit, I don't care how dry he is. He even won the player of the game helmet in the locker room, and it was the same thing. It just seems like he doesn't have a big personality. Very quiet, very, very just shy, and that's his personality. Listen, stop the biscuit. That's all I care about. But he was so strong tonight. He really was. I'm so proud of the way he stepped in tonight. One thing that cracked me up, by the way, on this broadcast was the fearless play of the game. And I know that seems funny, bro. What the hell are you talking about? The fearless play of the game, which they always do so early, right? The biggest hit, the fearless play, all these plays. They always do it in the second period. There's still half a game left, if not more. But it was Luka Doncic running into the cameraman when the Dallas Mavericks were in Philadelphia against the Sixers, and he helped them get up. Huh? Like, what? Are you not watching the same hockey game I'm watching? You couldn't pick a play from the game? Huh. Okay. What I found funny, not the fact that we had 0 power play goals. That's not funny. That's insane. But we didn't win the face-off battle tonight. How is this possible? You think to yourself, if you win majority of the face-offs, you put yourself in a good position to maintain the puck, and it's a good stat to win. We win face-offs all the time and lose hockey games. Tonight, we lose the draw total. We win ourselves a hockey game. It's ridiculous. But I'm proud. I'm proud of this hockey team for tonight, right? I mean, it's tough. It's tough to go through that stretch. Everyone's down on themselves. You're playing a team at home where you just lost to the Blues at home, and it was terrible. You're getting booed by your fans. Everyone just has this low morale in the locker room. Nothing is going their way, and you can read off some positives out of this game, seriously, and I'll rename them, but Carter Hart is clearly number one. The kid is so young and mature when it comes to his play style at the National Hockey League level already. And I am super happy to see him develop moving forward. If he could play like this, I mean, if this is majority of what we're going to get, oh, man, do we have a serious netminder for the future of this organization. I'm dead serious. It looks that smooth. JVR getting 2 points is big. He needs to get going with this offense. We pay him a lot of money. He is a leader now. I mean, he's definitely a veteran. He's a leader. He's been through some good teams with Toronto. He needs to step up offensively. He needs to help get that power play going as well. Travis Konechny getting on the board is huge. He's been a little quiet this year. He's a great young player, but he needs to produce. When you look at it and you see who now is on the score sheet for this game, to me, it screams something, because I've been saying, where's Nolan Patrick? Where's Travis Konechny? Where's JVR? Well, Travis Konechny and JVR both put up points, and we win ourselves a hockey game. I'm just saying. Nolan Patrick, by the way, had a really nice move, end-to-end, a great center support from our D-zone. He literally skates it all up, pulls a nice move at the far blue line, and takes a quick wrister, quick snapshot, but it does get saved. That was a great play out of him, and they were talking about how he's getting third-line minutes to kind of maybe open up the game for him, because he's going up against different players now, rather than being in the top 6, going up against, I guess, better players, if you will. Maybe he can get more going offensively in that third-line role. Obviously, Scott Gordon's mixing things up here, trying to create different opportunities for players, whether it's for Claw, JVR, and just mixing up the lines to get some flow, and by all means, more power to you. So the other positives is, and it is the last one, the fact that we were up 2-0. It could have got terrible once we allowed that one goal with a few minutes left. And we found ways to lose games like that multiple times this season. Multiple. First one that comes up to my head, Florida. But not tonight. Not tonight. So, let's see what we can do against the Devils at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. Let's take it for what it is. The Flyers snapped the losing streak, and that's all you can ask for right now. See you guys next time.